For what we have in number 18 on page 128, we're looking at determining the mean as well as the modal class. Okay, for the number ranges we have listed, okay, where we have the classes going from 10 to 20 all the way out to 65 to 75. And again, for the class width or the class interval, that would be the amount of change as you go from one lower class limit to the next, upper class to the next, as well as going from one class midpoint to the next. Now we have these classes and the corresponding frequencies. And so far as what we have in looking at the determination of the class mean, okay, or the mean overall for what we have from the group frequency distribution, okay, we don't have the data given on an individual or itemized basis, but we can utilize the class midpoints. Okay, so we have forming another column. So you have X of M, class midpoint. Okay, and so the midpoint, again, is going to be taking the mean of the lower and the upper class limits. So you have between 10 and 20 is going to be at 15. 21 to 31, okay, we have at 26. And between 32 and 42, we have 37. And again, we're going to have an increase of 11. So we're going from 15 to 26 to 37 to 48 to 59. And then on out to 70. And in terms of taking the product of the frequency and the midpoint, okay, so we have for the first class, we have 2 times 15 is going to be at 30. And then we have in the case of 8 times 26, okay, that is going to be 208. And 15 times 37, okay, that will be 555. Then we have 7 times 48, which would be at 336. 10 times 59 is going to be at 590. 3 times 70 is going to be at 210. And so if we add these numbers together, okay, we have symbolically, okay, represented by the sigma sign, okay, where we have the summation of F times X of M. Okay, so for the numbers that we have present, if we were to add together our numbers from 30 to 208, 555, 336, 590, as well as 210, okay, what is going to result in this one is that as we look at calculating, okay, the numbers here will add up to 1929. And thus in the determination of the mean, okay, it's going to follow that for the mean, where we have the data given only in the context of a grouped frequency distribution as opposed to having the specific data values. Okay, so again, you're looking at taking the sum of the products of the frequencies and the midpoints, okay, divided by the total number of data items, which would be the sum of the frequencies, which we have at 45. And so we have for the mean, okay, that's going to be 1929 over 45. And for this will be about 42.9, or if you were to take this out to 2 decimal places, okay, that would be about 42.87. And as for what we have for the modal class itself, again, by definition, the modal class will be the class that will have the highest frequency, and the highest frequency that we have is 15, and thus the modal class is going to be 32 to 42.